Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. The wild hair and the beard is ready to go. It's ready to go. I'm talking about in this video this housing problem. So I got offered a job in Arizona on 2 separate occasions, and this job I got offered, the first thing I thought about, I was just about on my way, because I moved to Texas the first time, but before I moved to Texas I was supposed to move to Arizona. Everybody in the house got cold feet. Be like, let's just move to Texas. In some ways, that turned out to be a disaster. So I got offered a job in Arizona, but Arizona has this problem. And the problem is housing. See, everybody moving there. Everybody moving to Arizona and to Texas, which is creating a housing problem that the people that have more money up front, it's not really a problem for them. Because if you make an offer on the house, they'll just come with cash, or they'll just come and just top your offer because they got the cash. New York people, California people is really the ones that's messing up the housing market in Texas and Arizona. So you might want to consider moving somewhere else, like maybe, I know you want the sun, I know you want the suburbs, you want to get out of these crime-infested cities. There's other options. Like, you got Madison, Mississippi. Like, it's going to cost you there, but who's going to move there? You really ain't probably going to have as much competition for houses and stuff. Then you got places like, they saying Pine Bluff, Arkansas is the new Black Wall Street, but you got a lot of them type that you ain't gonna want to deal with. So you got to be careful there too. They housing, and you can get a nice house there for cheap. But who wants to live around criminals, thugs, who just gonna steal and shoot up the place? Not me. I don't own nothing. But it's other places you might have to consider to get a fair shot at the housing. You got Oklahoma City. A lot of people, there's Oklahoma. I've looked into the jobs there. The jobs there are not horrible. Like, some of them pay pretty well. Especially with me having a background in corrections, stuff like that. Security, corrections. But what if you want to move to Texas or Arizona? What should you do? You're gonna have to get you're gonna have to get everything before you get there. Like, you're gonna have to have your own house. You have to take some trips. You have to set aside. I just took a non-stop flight into Texas for, how much was it? Round trip for $468. If you spread it out more, it'll be cheaper though. It'll be a lot cheaper. It might not have been that much. I don't remember. But you could take non-stop flights and go take care of your business and come back on a non-stop flight. Well, the one coming back, we had a layover in Houston, which, it wasn't bad. That was my first time being in Houston. But it wasn't too bad. So you're gonna have to, like, if you want to move to Arizona or Texas, you're gonna have to have everything in place. Like, you want to buy a house, you have to have your loan. Some pretty good deals online. You have to have your loan and just go down there and find you a house. Come back, move your family down there. So I wouldn't advise trying to stay in these cities, man, where all this crime. Like, don't stop thinking pro-black this, pro-black that. You pro-black by getting your butt out of there. You pro-ninja by staying. That's not pro-black. That's pro-ninja. So, do that, or, you know, I mean, if you just say, well, forget it, we want to go right now. There's Airbnbs all through Arizona and Texas that you got the money, you got about 10,000, you can stay in the average Airbnb for like 2 or 3 months. And some of them, that's what they want. They don't want to keep having different people. They want the same person. So you get an Airbnb for 2 or 3 months. Go down there and handle your business while you're there. You know, but I would encourage you to get everything up front. If you got less than 20,000, get everything up front first. If you got 20,000 or more, you're going to get away with a little more if you were to leave right now. Like, you can even move your stuff down there. You know, you still going to have 15 left. 15 is a good number to have, well, when you get there, you know. So those are some things that I would encourage you to do. Don't go down there and just begin your battle for houses unprepared. It's going to be you against these New Yorkers, these Californians. If you a New Yorker or Californian, then you better be ready for the battle that's going to ensue. You know, Texas is warm. Like, when I first moved there, it was Christmas time. It was December 4th, 2014. And people were singing Christmas carols in flip-flops, no socks on. We looking at each other like, man, what's this? We got there, we had all them thick clothes on. We had to come right out of that stuff. It was too warm, like 75. Now, they've been getting some adverse weather lately, but it ain't gonna happen every year. You know, I can recall a time I was working for Domino's, delivering pizzas, and I didn't even have a coat on. I just had my Domino's shirt over a hooded sweatshirt in the winter. And I wasn't cold. They call us snowbirds. Like, I'm from Milwaukee, if you don't know. I live in Milwaukee right now. Born and raised in Milwaukee. I moved back to Milwaukee. What a mistake that was. You know, a lot of things that happened since I've been back, but overall, I can tell you, not 100%, but I would say Texas, where I was at, Arlington, Texas, is better than Milwaukee, at least 75%. It be games on the job. If you're good at ignoring people, like I tell you, you'll do good in Texas. Because when you from somewhere else, some of those people down there be on something else. When you're from somewhere else, they be on something else. And what's weird, they don't do it as much with people that's from the South. They do most of that with people that's from the North, from California, from New York. They just play those little Texas games. I don't even know if it's like that no more. It's been almost 5 years since I've been there. Like, in July, it'll be 5 years. But nonetheless, that's all I had on this video. I told y'all this is the All Subjects channel. We're talking about housing on here. The channel is no matrix, no not doing what you gotta do to get a nice house. That falls in you gonna be renting, you gonna have to deal with all. If you renting, you gonna have problems finding a place with this housing bubble. So now that's written as part of the Matrix too. No simping. All subjects channel. Again, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. What's that? One of them you had coffee in your name. I saw it. I want to thank you for subscribing as well. And everybody else that for some reason they'll let me see the names for a minute and then they'll go away. But everybody else, once again, thank you for your new subscriptions. Keep tuning in. Watch these videos in their entirety. Hit the like or the dislike. And I'll see you tomorrow with more videos.